in societies of the world, there's this idea that some people are normal depending on certain categories of their identity. In math, there's this thing called a normal curve. That's what it's called in Danish, at least. So imagine a curve that peaks, and then at each end of this curve there are less or more of something, and in the middle it's where it peaks. It looks like a hill. The thing is that in our identities, in human psychology, in a lot of things, a lot of us exist on this curve. We may be in the beginning of something, we may be at the peak, we may be at the end of something. And this idea that people are perceived as normal by being at the peak of the curve and not normal being in either end of the curve is a strange thing, because it also defines power relations, saying that those that are at the peak, they have more value, they have more power than those that are on either ends of the curve. And when all of us exist somewhere on this, then we are eventually saying only some people belong as they are. Only some people have rights, opportunities, privileges, and not all people have this because they are at one or the other end. And in so many ways, we can find ourselves in the beginning or the end of the curve. It could be related to our gender identities, or skin colors, or sexualities, or work, or educational degrees, or you name it, or body type. And in our human psychology, it could be also more related to whether we are more sensitive or not, whether we are more introverted, extroverted. It's all on a spectrum. And that doesn't mean that being not at the peak is a bad thing, because everyone deserves equal rights and opportunities. Everyone deserves to have a good life for themselves and to be able to create that. Also, disabilities could be another example. You can put anything into this model. So being at the peak is a huge privilege. And I know for myself, I am at this peak in some ways, and in other ways I am at one or the other ends. And no matter where we are, we just still deserve respect and kindness and empathy. So being normal is a privilege, and that is why. But being not normal does not mean that you are you hold any less value as a human being. And it doesn't mean that you don't deserve everything you need in your life. And it doesn't mean that you don't deserve empathy and kindness. So that was it from me today, and if you have watched this far, I just want to send you peace and